This is the Canon R100 with the 1845mm kit lens. It is worth £600 currently. And this is the Canon R5 with the 24-70 f2.8 lens on it, currently £6,500. It is literally 10 times the cost of this little thing here. So what we're going to do is put these two cameras head to head and see the results. Does 10 times more money get you 10 times more quality? All right. Now, before we do the test, I just need to thank Wex Photo Video for sending me all of this equipment. And if you do want to buy any of this stuff, please use the links in the description of this video. Let's talk about the test. So this is really just about what we can get out of both cameras, okay? And half the battle is actually done before you get the camera out, okay? Now we are well up against it today. It is winter, right? It's thick, dark grey cloud today. So of course that means that the light's a bit low for us. It's all muddy, it's all murky. So we've got all of that to play with. So what do? Well, firstly, we think about the shoot. So I've got a model come in today. He will be here soon, and I've asked him to wear browns, beiges, whites and greens, and keep the colour scheme as simple as that, because that is one battle solved. The model is going to harmonise with this environment, and because we've got this dull grey light, it's going to need a bit of bounce. So I've brought a silver reflector with me as well to bounce light back up into the model. And actually a cloudy day like this in the woodlands is probably better than a bright sunny day, to be honest. So in a way, even though it's thick cloud, I'd rather it to be thin cloud if I was going to be picky, but even though it's thick cloud, it's probably better than being bright sun. And then we talk about the camera, okay? So with a camera like this, you're not going to get the massive depth of fields that you will with them 2.8 lenses, but you will get a shallow depth of field if you do the right things. So we're going to zoom in. We're going to use like its maximum focal length. It's 45mm on here. I'm actually going to shoot under the white balance of cloudy, because it's cloudy. It's going to make it look more natural in camera. And I'm going to shoot at the widest aperture that this is going to give me, and that is currently f6.3 when I'm zoomed fully in at 45mm. All right. I'm working fully manual. I'm going to keep my shutter speed at 1/250th of a second, which is the minimum that you really want to go in a situation like this. This camera doesn't have IBIS, the lens doesn't have image stabilization neither, so a fast shutter speed is what's needed. And I'm actually going to put the ISO on auto. So the aperture is going to be on f6.3, shutter speed 1/250th, ISO is going to pick up the slack. Now, it could well mean that the ISO is going to go really high. It's a crop sensor as well. We'll see how it deals with it. That's what this is all about, okay? So we're just going to wait for the model to arrive and then take some pictures. Our model has arrived. It's Kanish here, and as you can see, he is wearing beiges and whites. We've got another jacket to change into and a scarf, you know, so we've got some options there, okay? Let's see what this little thing, this little £600 camera can do. Yeah, right, so as expected, the ISO is creeping up to 3200. When I overlay these pictures, you will see if that makes much of a difference. And in fact, actually, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video, and you can click on that link and you can see the pictures that I'm taking. You can see them bigger. So if you want to have like a real look at them, click on that link. Now what I'm going to do is actually move in and try and get some head and shoulders shots. Okay, so let's do that. Right, so now I'm closer in. It also means I can bring that reflector closer in and punch more light in. So hopefully the ISO will drop a bit. The background will certainly blur more because I'm closer. Anyway, let's give it a go. Let's come in and let's do a nice headshot. Okay, here we go, Kanish. That's it, the reflector's in. good. I just want to check that they're sharp. Yeah, that is much more crisper zoomed in. So let's use compositional skills now, and I'm going to use what's called frame within a frame. This tree, that tree, and frame Caniche in the middle there like that. The reflector's looking good. ISO is still high. Right, bring the reflector around this side. Let's see how that works. Okay, reflector out, reflector in. Yeah, that's good, that. Okay, good. Can you look to that direction? Very good, that's it. And eyes to me. Good. I like that. So that is some pictures taken with the little R100. Really cute camera, really fun to use. Now let's get the R5 with the 24 to 70 f2.8 lens, which is 10 times the value of this little one. This, what I'm going to get in a minute, is 6.5 grand. I'll be back in a sec. Here it is, and look at the difference in size and weight. So this is what we're gonna use next. Now, before we use this, let me take this opportunity to tell you about the courses that we run over at the schoolofphotography.com. If you want to learn photography properly, that's the key word here, learn photography properly, come over and see us at the schoolofphotography.com, because we will teach you portrait photography, beginner's photography, Lightroom, Photoshop, macro photography, wildlife, fine art stuff. There's just loads and loads of courses and information over there for people that are learning photography. And don't just take my word for it, go and check out our reviews. So if you want to learn photography properly, come over and see us at the schoolofphotography.com. Right, I'm just going to grab Caniche and get him back into position here, and we're going to take pictures with this. And just so that you know, the lens on this is the 24 to 70, and it's roughly the same focal length equivalent to what was on the R100 there, which was the 18 to 40. Now, if you don't know about focal lengths and its relationship with camera sensor size, and that's really important when you're buying a camera, we've got a whole YouTube video and a whole blog post that teaches you in depth. I will put a link in the description, and it will be coming across your screen as well, all right? So with this camera, I am actually going to use aperture priority. I'm going to set my minimum shutter speed to 250. I think I'm not going to go below 250. I'm going to put my ISO on auto, and I'm going to put the aperture at f2.8. Now what you need to know is that this test is not like a shot by shot comparison, all right? That would be an unfair test. What this test is to get the most out of the equipment. So get the most out of the R100 and the environment that you're in, because you know, it's not just about the equipment, it's about what you've got to play with, and it's about getting the most out of this one as well. And I suppose the real answer is this 6 grand worth more, right? 10 times more. It's approximately £6,000 more than that R100. Let's take some pictures. Yep, I'm going to put it on eye tracking as well, even though I'm further away. I didn't do it on the R100. I'm going to try it on this one because it's got a much bigger processor in it, so it should be able to cope with it. It should cope with it. Yeah, it does. Look straight. You can see straight away with ease. This one picks up the face, whereas the R100 there, it did do it, but it had a bit of trouble, to be fair. Whereas this one cracks it straight away. I've got it cloudy white balance again. All right, there we go, that's it. So look to me, that's a nice pose. There we go, there we go, very good. So let's now take some more close-up shots, some more headshots like we did before, and see how this performs in that. Okay, Caniche, lean up against there like that, just like it was before. Can we take the hair just out here? There we go. Right, nice little headshots. These are already looking superb. I can see straight away through the camera. So we was doing like head and shoulders, but now I'm looking and I'm thinking, actually the top half looks really cool. I've moved Sydney around to this side. She's going to now be able to bounce light in without getting in my way, and hopefully I can get some good pictures. So I want you relaxed with your hands in your pockets, you know, like, or just leaning, one hand in your pocket, leaning up against that tree, just chilling out, all right? And I think these are going to look nice. Yeah, these are really going to look nice. Actually, I can tell already. Good stuff. Eyes towards me. Good. Chin up a bit. Good. That's it. Well, that was great fun. Now, overlaying now is going to be the comparisons between the best shots that I took there. Now, they are fully edited raw files as I would edit raw files. And if you do want to see these pictures bigger and have a good look at them, there's a link in the description of the video to a blog post, and it will have the fully edited pictures from both cameras. So go and check that out if you want to. You've got to remember, this is not a shot-by-shot comparison. This is what was the maximum that we could get out of these cameras in this particular situation. And I suppose what you've got to say to yourself is £6,000 extra, you know, 10 times the cost, you know. Is it worth it? What do you think? I would love to know what you think. Put it in the comments. We love to read the comments. I've got to be honest, I can't tell you my opinion right now because I've not edited the pictures. So you're going to have to comment and put it in there, and then I'll chip in where I can. Just want to say thanks to Kanish here for being my model for today. And if you've liked this video, you really need to help us out. You all know how algorithms work now. You've got to like, you've got to share this video, you've got to subscribe to our channel. Because if you don't do them things, we can't bring you this stuff. It really is as simple as that. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, if you want to learn photography properly, come over to theschoolofphotography.com.